Hello everyone, it's Debbie at Debbie's Witchy Vlog. Welcome in. I appreciate you visiting, and I am here to do the Seasons of the Witch 2024 prompt number 6, which is Intruder Deterrent. I'm going to journal this again later, just like I did last week or last video. I don't know if it was last week or not. And so I'll move this aside. Today I'm using the Good Tarot, and that's by Colette Baron Reed. I love the artwork, although I haven't used it much because it was very hard for me to shuffle. My hands are pretty little, and so I was watching Tammy Pie's soap mod video. Thank you again for sharing that. It has made a world of difference in my shuffling, so I appreciate you. I'll put them all right side up. I just got done polishing them all up from having the soap on them. So now I gotta put them all right. And I'd like to draw the Intruder Deterrent journal prompts as tarot questions. The last one I did a simmer pot and I forgot to film it, so I'm sorry. But I had orange slices and cinnamon, and I didn't have any cloves, so I added a bit of nutmeg. Oh, that was really nice. And some fresh cranberries that I've been snacking on those frozen at night. I love popcorn, but there's so many carbs. Here I go. Intruder Deterrent. What gets my heckles up? 5 of air. I'm going to look this one up. This should be the 5 of wands, I believe. I haven't used this deck in so long. I forget, but I would think it would be wands. Oh no, swords, right? Air, swords. Now I'm mixed up with my magic and my tarot again. I have to change the way I perform magic, I think, because it messes me up all the time. So this would be East and wands, or my wand. And then in tarot, it's swords and not wands. And that's what messes me up all the time. There is a tarot deck that uses my magical associations with the tarot deck. I would love that one. That is super interesting. So I have tension and conflict. Yes, I despise arguing. I cannot do it energetically. I can't do it. I never allowed arguing in the house. When the kids were growing up, it was get over yourself, figure it out, use your words. And there wasn't much physical aggression or conflict. They would talk it out, and that's too is a form of conflict. But it's peaceful, right? We get the doves all here. That's a beautiful card. All right. So yes, I don't like debating. I don't like arguing. If it's a pattern with a certain person, I fawn. You have at it. You know what I mean? I don't need to win anything. So I tend to move away as quickly as I can without being rude. The next question is, what pushes my buttons and goads me? What pushes my buttons and goads me? So pretty. What pushes my buttons? This is the one that flipped down first, and that's the 4 of fire. All right, so this would be the 4 of wands. So the 4 of wands I get when people mess with my harmony, right? I like to be her. I like to be calm and peaceful and just finding joy. There's been so much negative. We all go through things, and there's been a lot of negative lessons that I've had to learn in my life. And anybody that breaks that peace now, right, it kind of makes me, gets Mama Bear rolling. So that was great. And the next one is create a protection spray, aroma, incense, or sigil to help shield you in these moments. Share your top tips. So my top tips for a room spray, I will show you the bottle, and I need to make some more pretty soon. I'm pretty low, but I have it in this plant mister, and I love it because it's so fine that it doesn't bother the cards too much. Sometimes it'll come out in a plop, but if I get it going really good with a good stream, it's pretty good. And in here I have distilled water, or you could use witch hazel. And that has its own properties, right? And protective and healing. Sometimes cleansing that needs to be done. And to it, I usually add either patchouli or sage. I like those two scents. Sometimes a ylang or whatever. And I do this often downstairs in my little witchy room. So for aromas downstairs, I just use sage leaves and Palo Santo. I only burn it right when I'm doing my cards, or if I'm doing a ritual, I'll put some frankincense, myrrh, copal, stuff like that in here on a disc or a piece of charcoal from the fire. And if I have a fire going, I use a teeny tiny piece of charcoal, and it works really great. So then I can just walk around the room like this. I don't know, I got this 40 years ago when I first started. Sorry, it needs to be dusted. Oh my God. And I don't remember what I did with the top. So I just carry it around like this. And if it's too hot, then I'll use a stick or even my wand too. Anything. So that's what I do for aroma down here. And it also says a sigil to help you shield in these moments. So I would like to develop a sigil to put in my bag for work. That could be as simple as a little, I think I'm going to write it on a simple piece of the birch bark that I got out from my Yule altar. So this is always what I've used. It's the first one I knew about when I was young, and it's worked for me. So I don't mess with what works. Well, that's not true. I do sometimes, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to form my sigil, and then I'll transpose it onto this and put it in my bag. Protection charm. In fact, I'm going to cut down the corners so it doesn't get caught on anything. And I'll stick it right in my little wallet in there that I save in case somebody needs lunch money or something. Great. I love that. And that will prevent anybody breaking into my joy. My music that plays in my head. All right. Thank you to Tony from Anoinette Tarot and Jewelry and Rochelle from Amethyst Ascension. Till next time, thank you for coming in, and I'm wishing you many blessings. Bye, friends.